Hello, fellow Nigerians, countrymen, patriots from the south, from the middle belt, from the north. Let me hit the nail on the head. In June 2018, 100 persons, or perhaps more, were killed on the plateau. Then the chairman of the North Central Zone of Macban, Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, his name is Ladi Chiroma, you could always check, claimed it was a retaliation for the rustling of 300 cows, over 100 souls massacred. Now, of the southern Kaduna killings, the most vocal position of the presidency, in the words of Shehu Garba, says revenge killings and mutual violence by criminal gangs acting on grounds of ethnicity and religion. Of course, the Benue is not so far away, where the position of Mieti Allah is give us land and then peace will reign. Now, frankly speaking, it's not surprising looking at the impetus of these groups holding their meetings with the governors of the Southwest, because it will be recalled that in May 2019 there was a federal government delegation led by General Dambazo that met in an intense negotiation with this group in Zamfara state for a number of hours, perhaps 4 hours. Mieti Allah wants 160 billion naira, and the federal government negotiated until it was reduced to 100 billion naira. Now that's supposed to be the price for peace to reign in the region, to check the wanton killings and all of that. Now, that will not actually be the first time that a constituted authority, that is the government under the regime of General Muhammadu Buhari, is having exchange of hands with groups like that. It will be recalled that Governor Nasir El-Rufai paid an unspecified amount in a certain gesture he is proud to actually tell Nigerians that he owes nobody an apology whatsoever. He paid them, he said, we paid them so that they will not kill the people of southern Kaduna. The killer herdsmen, they may currently be in the southern part of Nigeria, and then we could think that Zamfara, Benue, Taraba, Plateau, southern Kaduna, and any other part is safe. But actually that's not true. The idea is that these parts I've listed appear to be conquered territories because they had their field day, they enjoyed their exploits there, and they have just moved down south to further their expansionist agenda. When they were in this part of the north, basically there was a certain sympathy they enjoyed from the government. Not only were they paid compensations, they were sold to the international community as the victims. For instance, it will appear cattle are rustled, it will appear they have been displaced, and all of that. So all of these false claims is what you find a lot of times on the international media regarding their activities. So, but then I want to wonder, is it not pathetic? Isn't it puzzling that a set of people, a group of people in the 21st century would employ 21st century weapons and 21st century military tactics in attacking people, attacking communities, displacing them, raping women, killing, maiming, in order to preserve an outdated or a primitive lifestyle of possibly traveling thousands of miles through different countries, foreign lands, to feed cattle? I mean, it's just food for thought. Now, come to think of it, which is the easier one actually to achieve? Is it to teach these people modern techniques, modern methods of animal husbandry, or to train them in the use of AK-47s and teach them tactics of attacking people? Which exactly is the easier one, and also enjoy backing by groups such as Mieti Allah and even the government, of course, with the excuse of defending their way of life. Now, as an aside, I would mention a group called IPOP, the Southeastern group, or the group made up by Southeasterners, that has been proscribed by the government. They have been even charged 500,000 naira for attempting to file against their proscription as a terrorist group. I'm just trying to compare with the call to proscribe Miyetti Allah as a terrorist group by different organizations, notably the Christian Association of Nigeria, but that's all by the way. But my business here is to try to look at some things about this terrorist group called IPOB in comparison to these herdsmen that Miyetti Allah is working hard to defend. Now, whatever the terrorist activities of IPOB are, I know they do not include raping women, they do not include slaughtering human beings, they do not include displacing communities, they do not include forcing people in a situation where refugee camps are created in the southeastern part of the country. You know, that's so visible in the north. You have it abundantly littered everywhere. In the north, in the middle western parts of Nigeria. Now, having said all of that, our message to our fellow southerners, the monarchies, the political class, the masses: first, you must employ every constitutional avenue to resist any expansionist agenda in your region. As a group, from the north, from the middle belt, we know that these particular groups you are meeting with, these particular groups you are trying to protect your citizens from, frankly speaking, they have enjoyed a lot of backing from General Muhammadu Buhari's regime. They have enjoyed certain backing even from regional authorities. But you must not bow, you must not bulge for such pressures. Now, the lives, the properties, and the safety of your wives, of your sons, of your daughters, of your brothers and your sisters is your divine, moral, and constitutional duty to not only protect but to preserve. That is well known. And the last thing I would want to say is you must not believe in certain kinds of treaties or going into certain kinds of agreement of false peace. Do you know why? Because it didn't stop the massacres in Benue. It didn't stop the massacre in Zamfara. It didn't stop the massacre on Plateau. It didn't stop the massacre in southern Kaduna. And it certainly will not stop what is coming in Yoruba land just because governors have held a meeting with them. And I think it is good that we arise in the spirit of oneness, in the spirit of love, in the spirit of courage to stand for what is right, to resist evil and have it flee from us. Thank you.